everyone, and welcome to this webinar. Today we will talk about enhancing data governance. We will see how to integrate RStudio with Collibra for seamless metadata management. So regarding the topic for today, regarding the solution for now, we can directly, you can, from the user interface, you can click the question mark and directly ask your question. We will have a Q&A at the end of this webinar. We can also, at the end, after the webinar, we will send you the recording of this webinar. So you will have it through the email you have used to register. And at the end, if you want, you can also directly flash a QR code to get our address to the sales contact. Regarding the agenda for today, webinar. Regarding the agenda, we will talk about the data governance and how to manage metadata. We will then see how RStudio works and how we can directly integrate and synchronize with Collibra. We will see the key features of this specific integration, and I will switch to the products themselves to show you how it works. And then, as I said, we will have a Q&A at the end to reply to the question you have asked in the user interface. So why data governance matters in today's data-driven world? Data as a strategic asset, organization increasingly rely on data to drive decision-making, innovation, and competitive advantage. With high quality, well-governed data, these data are essential for trust, accuracy, for reliability. With poor data governance, poor data governance can lead to inefficiencies. We can have some compliance risk, and we can miss some opportunities. Regarding the challenges in managing metadata and ensuring data quality, for the metadata management, oftenly all the data are scattered across systems, and it leads to inconsistency and silos. Without a proper governance, metadata can become outdated, incomplete, or unavailable, inaccessible. With data quality, if the data quality is poor, you can't trust it. You can't take decision. You can't be used for decision making. Governance frameworks also help to enforce standards with validation rules and accountability. The role of governance is increasing to help mitigate risk and compliance and regulatory. So regarding the compliance regulatory requirements such as GDPR, PII, HIPAA, mandate strict data management and governance practice. Within the solution, you will be able to achieve this. Governance ensure data in handled ethically, securely, and in compliance with laws. Regarding the decision making, the governed data can provide a single source of truth, enabling confident data-driven decision. They can reduce risk associated with all incorrect or outdated information. For the innovation, when we have well-governed data fosters innovation by making data accessible, understandable, and reusable. It enables advanced analytics, AI capabilities, and machine learning initiatives. So we can achieve all this with proper data governance, and we saw the lack of not having one. Regarding our solution with RStudio, so this is a tool that we have created initially for data architect modelers. They can create directly their different model in the solution. They can create directly by using the user interface. We can also use some AI prompts to generate a model just by typing some text, and it will automatically generate for us our logical model. Or we can also reverse engineer an existing data source, and it will automatically generate for us the physical model, the logical model, and from this you can generate some documentation so everyone knows the different objects in your solution. We are supporting many different products from the market. It can be for your data sources to connect with, or it can also be the data governance solutions such as Colibra that we will discuss today, and how we can synchronize the data. You can also connect with Microsoft Purview, for example. We can also directly manage our business glossaries within our solution, so like you can do with Colibra, and we will see how we can directly relate these business terms so they can be linked to your different entities, attributes, and so on, and so you can rely and have confidence with your different objects. Usually, regarding the process, we will have some requirements. These requirements can be an email, can be some Excel spreadsheet, can be some data products in Colibra, for example. And from these requirements, we will create a logical model. So we will add some entities with their attributes, we'll put some definitions, we will put the relationship, cardinalities, and so on between the different objects. And when the logical model will fulfill the requirements, we can generate, if we need to, the physical model. So, or different ones if we want to. We are supporting many different physical models within the same project. And from this logical model, when you generate your physical model, you can also apply some naming standard template. So if you want to automatically rename your object, you can do it applying some specific case or prefixes and so on. You can add some specific data information regarding your storage option, regarding your partition, and so on, depending on the platform you are using for your database. And then you can directly generate your script to create your database. So it will create you will have your create tables and so on from your physical model. Usually the projects are evolving. We will have some new requirements. With these new requirements, so we will iterate and we will update the logical model to support these new requirements. When it's ready, we will, this time we won't generate a new physical model. We will just compare the two models, the existing ones that we have previously generated, and it will show us the differences between the two models. And then we can directly apply these differences to the different models. We can be bidirectional, but in this case, I will apply everything to my physical model. Once again, we can update the different objects with a specific option regarding the database it is based on. And when it's ready, we can directly compare our physical model with the database. We won't generate directly the script to create the table. We can directly compare with the database, and it will show us the differences between the database. If the DBA has created some new object, I will see them. If we have created some new tables objects here, I will see them too, and I can compare very easily between the two solutions and select the direction for my update. If I select from new object, for example, or updates from my physical model, from my database, it will automatically update my model. But if I select some updates from my physical model for the database, it will automatically generate the alter script. Ideally, it will be nice when we do this process to compare our logical model, for example, with some enterprise model. We can manage different layers within the solution. So we can have an enterprise conceptual model with our different subject areas directly. We can have some enterprise logical model with the different object entities, attributes, relationships, the verbs that we have documented. We can have added some compliance information regarding this specific object, some security information if I want to be sure that this specific attributes will be always secured. It is very this is called confidential information. I can tag this specific attribute with a property to say this one is highly confidential, and so I will be notified every time I will use it. I will know that this data should not be shared with partners, or it should not be accessible by anyone from the company, for example. So we can, when we have defined this at the enterprise level, when we will compare with our specific project, I can see here that I have a customer entity, here I have a client entity. I can match them and directly get the compliance information, get all the different information regarding the security and the custom attributes that you will have defined on your enterprise level. Obviously, we can also synchronize these models, this information with Collibra, and we will see how we can push the different information from example directly from our logical model. We can directly push this logical data model to end all the objects to the Collibra solution. So other people from the company, analysts and so on, can directly look at this different information and give their feedback if they need to. To focus on the enterprise part, so as I explained, we have the enterprise conceptual model with the different subject areas. We have the enterprise logical model, and we can see some blue links between these two layers. And so I can easily, if I find this object, I can easily see where it has been used. And so it has been used in my enterprise logical model, and it will be the same for the other project. So for example, here, if I create a new project, like I explained just before, instead of creating it from scratch, I can directly compare my blank project with my enterprise logical model, and I can get a subset of all the different objects from my enterprise logical model. I can add my custom entities that I will need for my project, and from my logical model, then I will generate my physical model. The links between within the same project will be directly visible, created when I will generate, for example, my physical model, and I will have my link when I will do the comparison between my enterprise logical model and my current application project. We can do it for many different projects directly from the source. It can be databases, it can be JSON files, and so on. And we can also reverse from existing data assets. So we will reverse our database. It will automatically generate for us the physical data model. The link with the logical model that it will generate will be automatically done. And I can always compare when it will be generated. I will compare this specific logical model with my enterprise logical model. So I will be sure that all the information regarding my compliance and all the truths that I want to be sure that my object will be compliant, I will compare it, and so I will create this link between these two layers, and I will get all my metadata that I will need to this specific project. Like I said earlier, we have introduced some AI feature, so you can directly use a prompt to generate your logical models instead of creating them manually or comparing. You can use a prompt, and it will automatically document for you the different objects with definition, relationship, and so on. Another feature that we are providing with our solution, as you have your different logical model in your project, you have documented them with your entities. And for your entities, you put some definitions. The same for your attributes, you put the definition. You put some verbs, inverse verbs for your relationship and so on. So you have already documented all this information. And if you don't have a business glossary, an existing business glossary, you can directly harvest from this logical model, and it will generate for you a custom new business term for each entity, for each business, for each attribute. It will generate a business term, and it will use the relationship between an entity and this attribute to automatically generate some taxonomies, ontologies between the objects. I will see the relation between my entities and attributes. I will also, it will also generate using the relationship, different link between your entities, and you will get like this a semantic model for a semantic glossary with your taxonomies and ontologies, and I will show it during the demo to explain how it works. And otherwise, you don't have to harvest from your existing model. If you have already created your business glossaries in Colibra, you can always synchronize to get this business glossary directly available, and so you will be able to link these business terms to your different objects. And if you want, you can also, if you haven't created or if you want to add some new business glossaries to Colibra, you can use this harvest, generate your new business glossaries, and push a new business glossary directly directly to Colibra. When you have your business glossaries, you will be able to relate this business term to your different objects within the solution. So you will be able to find where the information, so you will get a unique definition for your business term. And from this, you will be able to see where this object has been implemented in my different layer. It can be in my enterprise conceptual model. It can be in this specific application. And so I will be able to directly find where this information has been used in my project. And so I can verify, I can check that all the rules has been applied to this specific project if I am an analyst and so on. Or I can, if I'm a developer, I will be able to find where this object is available and how to query it to, for example, to create a new dashboard for my BI and so on. We are supporting different data products within with the solution. So with Colibra, you can create your data products. You will manage your glossaries directly within the solution. And within RStudio, you will manage the different models, and you can also relate these models to your different objects in your business glossaries. We can support also Medallion architecture, Inmon architecture, Kimball, and so on. We support all these different architecture within the solution. And so you can easily synchronize, like I was saying, the business glossaries between our solution or push our logical model or our physical models to the Colibra environment. The same if you are using some hubs, links, satellites in a data vault layer, you can directly manage it. Regarding the products that are involved within our solution, I was saying, we have a client part. So it is a C client that runs on Windows. So this data architect tool will be used by modelers, architects. This is a tool that you use to create the different models, the conceptual, logical, physical. You can also use it to document your data lineage between your different layers. For example, if you want to, you can create this data lineage with transformation to explain it. You can reverse from your existing data sources or generate the code for these data sources. And you can compare, like I explained earlier, the different models or your model with your database, for example, or with a script. If you don't have, if you have some security issue, you can always work with a script that contains your DDL to create your objects. We also provide a REST server part. Within this server part, we have a repository. So when you want to work together, you can use this repository to push your project in the repository to share it. And then you will be also able to create some name release. So if you want to be sure that when you will push your version 1 of the application, you can compare it with the version 2 that you will push in some few months, you will create a name release so you can get it and always be able to compare it with your current version. And the check-in, check-out process to work on your local copy, and then you will push it to the repository. If I am the only one who changed my object, it will be done automatically. If my colleague has changed the same object, the compare and merge will pop up, and I will choose which updates I want to keep from my version, and I will compare it with the repository part, and it will show me the differences that will push the different updates on both directions depending on what I want to achieve and on my permissions. We also provide a web server with the server part, so that you can, I will say that the repository will be the work in progress for my modelers architect. And when it's ready to be shared with my analyst, with my developers and so on, I will push it, publish it to my team server core. So it will be available through a web browser. So everyone can connect using a web browser. We are supporting SSO with Entra ID, Okta, and so on. So we can directly log in to the web server with our browser, and we will have access to the business glossaries with the business terms. We will directly view the different models that we have published to Team Server Core. So we will see the models and all the different metadata and documentation information, metadata that we have stored on our model will be directly visible through this web portal. We can directly also collaborate. We can put a comment below an object. I will need this, for example, I navigate to an entity. I will need a new attribute to store this information. Another people, a business analyst or another architect can directly reply, it is stored in this other object, or yes, that's a good idea, whatever. You can subscribe, follow some of the different objects. So you will be automatically notified when someone publish a comment, or if the object has changed, you can receive an email and directly navigate to it. With Team Server Core, we also have this integration that we cover today regarding the Collibra integration. So this is with this web server that the web server will need to connect to the Collibra server to be able to synchronize the business glossaries between the two solutions and to push the different model, logical data model or physical data models that will be pushed as a dictionary in Collibra. So you will have access to them directly with all the different metadata that you have decided to synchronize, to push between the two solutions. So we got some more details about this. So I have my Collibra environment with my different glossaries, my different people will work on Collibra. We have the data architect on the RStudio part. And so each people will work on this, but you can directly synchronize this the business term. So you will have the same definition, and you will be sure that this definition is the one that we need to trust within the company. And then we can, like I said, publish the different models, logical, physical, to Collibra, so they will be visible to the people that are only using Collibra. And you will have always, and I will show it just after in the demo, you will always have the link between the two tools, so you can easily navigate between the two solutions. So we will go to the demo itself now. So I will show how RStudio Enterprise relying on Collibra data governance, how we can support the entities, attribute, and all these different metadata. And we will see how Collibra metadata enhanced by RStudio classify model with the specific metadata, compliance information, and so on, that we can synchronize and push between the solution. So, of course, I spent too much time on the slides. So I have launched Collibra. So you may have in your Collibra all your different objects directly available, your different glossaries. So for example, if I look at my organization here, I have within this organization, we can see that I have some different glossaries that I have already created. I also have some logical data dictionaries and some physical data dictionaries. And you can create as many as you need within Collibra and within RStudio, we will see in a few minutes. So, and I have decided to create this one and to synchronize, to push the data from RStudio to the specific objects. if I go back to this one, so I am currently on a business term within Collibra. So we can define a definition. I will not explain you the Collibra user interface, but you have capabilities to put all your different fields to create your own. We'll see different information after. So I have my definition. We can relate the different terms together within Collibra. So for example, if I explore my data, I can see that I have some type of objects. So a party has been split between type and role. If I expand the type, I can see different objects that are related. So I can have person, organization, and so on. So I can expand all these different nodes very easily like this. And otherwise, you can see it here. And like I was saying, we have always a link between Data Architect, RStudio, and Collibra. So if I click the link, okay, never mind. I double click. Okay, so automatically, like I said, it is secured. So I can log in through SSO with Microsoft Entra ID, Okta, and so on, or I can use I will use my local user, which is admin, so I can directly show all the different features. So we can see from here that I am on my business term party again. So I have the same definition between the two solutions. We can see some specific information regarding my data. We saw this information was already available here in my notes, so it has been synchronized. And what we can achieve with our solution, we can create some custom metadata. You can do the same within Collibra. So I have custom metadata, lasting date. Here I have a design steward for my data dictionary, DD. So I have a design steward, which is Jamie for this object. I can see on this one the same object with design steward Jamie. I have my lasting date, this PII information. I haven't selected it. I will show in the user interface how we can select different properties, but everything is totally customizable. So from this party, what I have shown you just before was this part with my party that is split with role and type. So you can manage these ontologies and taxonomies. So if you have already done it in Collibra, you can get it in Team Server. If you manage it in Team Server, you can push it to Collibra. So it will depend who will work on this part and which tool they prefer to use within the solution. And so you can easily manage this kind of taxonomies within the solution. If I want, I can navigate easily between my different terms. So here I am on my business term employee. We can see the definition, some new the value for this specific object and so on. We saw the type of relation between my terms. We have the attribute relation between the terms. So here I have my employee with employee number, first name, last name, and so on. So we can easily relate these different objects. We can put synonyms, terms together, or we can also relate some terms with other terms within the solution. And here we can define the verb to use and so on. And it will be our semantic view of the employee, where I have my employee that is related to orders, to department, to all these different terms. And I can easily use the web interface to relate it. So I am on my business term employee, and I can relate it depending on the permission I have. I can relate my business term to another one and specify so if I just show the user interface, I will specify the verb for the forward, reverse, and the cardinality, and it will automatically update the chart. If you prefer to have a list, you can also have a list like this to show your different relation between your terms. And what I was showing during the slide, the green line between my business glossaries, business term, and my different object in my project. So if I click on related ER object, we can see here that my term employee has been related to all these different project. So each box like this is a different project within RStudio. And so we can see, for example, that it has been related to an HR data product employee skills. I can expand this node and I will see that it is included in a logical model and it is related to an entity employee. And I can relate it to many different projects like this. So I can see here that it has been related to my HR data product employee commission. So it has been related to many of these different projects. And I can expand all of them directly like this if I want to navigate. When I want to get more details, I can easily navigate, for example, to this specific model. I can see that I am on my enterprise logical data model. I am on the employee entity, and I can see from this view the definition for the entity. So this is not the definition for the business term. This is the one for the entity. We can always see the related terms to this entity, and we can see the definition for the term itself. Yes. From the description, so we have the entity, we have all the different attributes, the relationship. So we have all the different metadata and information regarding our different objects within the model. We can also see from this the different universal mapping. So it was the blue links in my slides. So you can see that this enterprise logical model, this entity employee in this enterprise model has been linked to many different projects. And so I can easily view where it has been related, and I can easily navigate to any of them. So here I have navigated to my HR database, and I can see that this entity has been synchronized with Colibra. So I will show it just after, but I can see my object within this specific project. We can define some custom keys, some custom attributes. We can see where it has been used within the project, and we have the link back to go back to the enterprise logical model. We can define our own custom properties, so they will be directly visible within Colibra. And so regarding this link with Colibra, when I click on the Open in Colibra link, automatically it will navigate to my object, and I can see that this time I am on a data entity that is called employee. I can view the same description. I can view all the different data attributes that I can also view in my YAR Studio. We will see that the relation with other terms, with the different part of the product, and we can see that I have synchronized sometimes my design steward with the history of the different values. So every time it was the same user, and we can directly view this different information within Colibra and easily navigate between both solutions. I have my link back, and so if I didn't come from here, I can always come directly and view all the different information, all the different data and metadata that we have documented. And if I want, I can easily navigate and view my model within the web browser. So this is not just an image. I can move my different object if I want to save it or to share it with a colleague. I can copy this link and share it to a colleague so you can navigate to it like you will do with Colibra for any of this page. And I can easily navigate to any of these objects and view all the different data that will be attached to it. Okay. Regarding the settings I was mentioning before, so you will have I am administrator, like I said, when I log in. So here we will specify the different parameters to connect to the Colibra environment, and then we will define who will be the master for the different changes. And so we can see in my configuration, I have selected Team Server, but I can, if you have already your business glossary existing in your Colibra environment, we will just change the direction, and Colibra will be your master, and everything will be directly pushed from Colibra to YAR Studio. So your term will be always have the good definition. The new term will be automatically pushed between the solution, and it can be directly synchronized, scheduled to be synchronized oftenly. What will be synchronized? So like I said, you can heavily customize the solution. So we can do this for the different kind of object for the business term, but also for the entity relation objects. So we can see that here we have the list of properties that exist in Colibra that has been created, such as this one that we have seen earlier. So the design steward has been mapped to a design steward. The definition has been mapped to the definition. So we have the Colibra properties in one side, the team server properties, and so you can map the one you want to use directly to push it. If I want to push my PII, I can select my PII information. I will save it and I will directly synchronize it to be able to see this new value directly in my Colibra environment. The same for the relationship, and then you will select which glossaries you want to select from our solution and which one should be synchronized within Colibra. So I should have some in my WW demo. So here I have my company-wide from this names comes from Colibra. These names come from my business glossary. So if I open here, I will see the different business glossaries that I have in my solution. And like I showed earlier, here I have the different business glossaries that are available, and that this is what we are seeing in this user interface, administration interface. So you will select the one you want to synchronize, and it will be automatically done. If you want to only synchronize some specific status, you can specify the one you want to synchronize. And you will do exactly the same for the models. You will select the different models that you want to synchronize. Should have one, some page 2. Here I have some my HR database that we have already seen with my employee object entity. We can see that I have synchronized this object, published this object, not synchronized. I have pushed this model to Colibra, so they will be, so they are now they are available. So I have my data entity with all the different information. So I can see the different relation. So I am on an entity. I can see that it is related to physical models to a table on play EMP. And I will also directly have the different metadata, like I said, and I can directly navigate between the object directly within the solution. I will get my different information directly available within the product. I hope it was clear that I covered almost everything. Do not hesitate to use a question. I see that some question has popped up during the webinar that my colleague probably answered. Regarding, so to summarize, the integration between RStudio and Colibra is very important because if you copy it manually, you will have some risk to do some mistakes. So you can streamline the metadata management. You will enhance the data quality and compliance by just pushing the different information that you have submitted to your project. You can directly push it to your Colibra environment, so you will be sure that it will be always applied to not only on business term, but also to your different entities, your different tables, columns, and so on. And you can easily, with this information that you can trust, you can collaborate and take some, make your decision regarding your different project. Yeah, that's it. Any question that we can reply, answer? Am I alone? The QR code if you want to flag it. Yeah, go ahead, Jen.
There's a couple of questions generally just about the integration. So maybe you could just confirm that it is two-way. I think you did cover that in the demo. And also things like PII type information can be shared as well.
Yes. So yes, it has been, I hope it has been clear enough. So yes, as we have seen in our different objects. So for example, here I go back, I'm back on my attribute. So I can have all the different information. So the default fields with the definition and so on will be directly available, but you can always define your own custom fields. So here I have only my elapsing date that I've been pushed. And so I have this field is a custom one, and you can always create some new characteristic. I think it is a term for for Colibra, and you can always on our side for RStudio, you can always create some custom. So I am on my entity. You can always create some custom attributes with specific data types, such as here it is a free text, here it is a date, and so on. So you can, here it is a list of value, and so you can synchronize this different information. And for I'm always using synchronize, which is an error. Mistake from me. You can synchronize for the business glossaries, but it is one way between RStudio and Colibra for the logical and physical models and all the included object. We can push the information to Colibra to populate your information and to add your the different custom properties. If you add some, if you have already done this job, you can push it to your existing objects. Okay. So if there's no more questions, see, that's popped up. Yes, there's no. So I will read the question for everyone. Will the steward or owner have the ability to approve the change in RStudio? So effectively, like John has replied, RStudio doesn't have a workflow within the solution, but you can manage it with permission. You will have some people that have specific permission to publish or to validate within the repository to be able to check in the project, or you can compare with a specific project. You can have some different project for your workflow, I will say, with the project with the submitted, I will have a draft, and I will have, for example, another project with my validated object. And so some people with specific permission can directly update it. Yeah, your ESPIL can be a property, and so it will be managed. Okay. Thank you for attending. Like I said earlier, you will receive an email with the recording of this webinar, so you can rewatch it. And I wish you a good day and enjoy utilization. There's no business model directly available within the solution. That's a new question. We have only logical and physical that we can push, integrate, as we have seen in the admin interface. If I go back here, we can view the different nodes. So we can select the models, and it will be only the logical and physical models that we have within the solution with RStudio. So if I haven't shown RStudio by itself. So with RStudio, I forgot this part. So with RStudio, you can manage, I show the user interface when it has been shared, but within your RStudio, that architect can directly work on their project. So I have reproduced the one we have seen in the slide. And here I can see that my entity customer has been linked to a business term in my glossary. So this information can be directly managed through this user interface. And what was the question? I forgot. I move away. Yes. Let me read it again. Yes, we have no business model. Okay, so we can see here we are in this. Let me take another project, maybe. Yes, this one. It will be more useful. So we can manage conceptual data model. Here you have some different concepts. We are using a custom object within the solution to manage these different concepts. And then we will manage logical and physical models. As I said, we can have several physical models within the same project, but we don't have a business model. So maybe you can create a new sub-model that will be your business model. And depending on what you want to do, don't know what you're thinking about, but I will have my new business model, and within this object, I can insert entities, views, or I can use some shapes to design my different business if I want to. Depends. And if you do this, you will be able to push it to Team server, so it will be visible across the web platform, like I showed earlier within this project, like this project. For ontologies and so on, yeah, we'll see. We have some roadmap features that will be semantic modeling. Yeah, this is what my colleague has replied in the chat. So what is the future? Will it be in the future? The business model are super important for ontologies and taxonomies. So my colleague has replied semantic modeling, including RDF generation, is a roadmap item for this year. So we will. You can contact sales@idera.com to get more details, but it is a plan to implement more information regarding this part and to use the information that I showed earlier with the different. If I go back, for example, here, employee, and if I navigate to my parents, so this kind of charts will be used to generate this RDF file and so on. Yeah, this is in the roadmap to be able to work a little bit more with this. Okay. Thank you for attending. Have a nice day, and see you in the next webinar. Or you can contact sales and get some custom demo if you want to, if you're interested by. Do not hesitate. Cheers. Bye, everyone.